breaking news today.
Please subscribe and check notification box to get all breaking news alerts.
Democrat Senator Kristen Gillibrand, NY, likes to think of herself as a champion of women. After multiple women came forward to accuse fellow Democrat Senator Al Franken of sexual assault, photos were also supplied as evidence of one of the accuser's claims. Gillibrand finally called for Franken to step down. Was Gillibrand's call for her fellow senator to step down part of a larger plan to appear neutral, as she then attacked President Donald Trump for unfounded allegations against him only months before the election? Isn't it kind of hypocritical for Gillibrand to call anyone out of sexual misconduct after she fought to bring a Muslim athlete to upstate New York who molested an innocent 12-year-old girl while he was in America? The media cheered when NY Democrat Senators Kristen Gillibrand and Chuck Schumer helped a 24-year-old Muslim man enter the U.S. after he was denied entry. The media was strangely silent, however, after he molested a 12-year-old upstate NY girl while she was with her family at an event celebrating the Muslim athlete. Yesterday, it was discovered that the Islamic extremist who killed 9 people and injured dozens of others, when he rammed his truck into them on a busy bike path in New York City, entered our country on a diversity visa that was the brainchild of none other than the Democrat senator from NY, Chuck. "I always put diversity before our nation's security," Schumer, an Indian athlete who overcame a visa denial with the help of U.S. lawmakers and a local mayor to attend the World Snowshoe Championship in New York, has been arrested on charges of the abuse of a minor. It was a long journey for Indian snowshoe champion Hussein and his coach to the World Snowshoe Championships in Saranac Lake, New York last weekend. The U.S. Embassy in New Delhi rejected Tanveer Hussein's application for a visa so he could compete in the World Snowshoe Championship last month, Fox News reported. Local officials then appealed for help to Schumer and Gillibrand, and their offices reached out to the New Delhi embassy, which let Hussein successfully reapply for a visa. Democrat Senator Chuck Schumer, an outspoken opponent of President Trump's position on stricter immigration policies for immigrants and visa holders coming into the United States, bragged about getting around Trump's temporary travel restrictions to bring convicted pedophile Tanveer Hussein to New York on his Facebook page. Schumer's office told Fox he often intervenes to help international competitions. "As we often do when local communities ask for help, at the request of Saranac Lake we helped to navigate the visa process so these athletes could compete at a local competition." The charges against one member of the group, who was accused of a serious crime and abusing our visa program, are extremely troubling. "If he's found guilty, he should be punished to the fullest extent of the law," a rep said. Gillibrand's office offered a similar response, adding that the charges are extremely serious. Hussein hails from the Indian side of the disputed Himalayan region of Kashmir, which is predominantly Muslim. Although India is not one of the 7 countries that were part of the initial travel ban, Hussein and Khan had alleged they were victims of it when their first attempt at procuring visas to travel to the United States was turned down in late January, the first business day after Trump's travel ban was put in place. Khan told the BBC that an employee at the U.S. Embassy in New Delhi told them they were being rejected because of current policy. U.S. officials said at the time that the denial was not connected to the travel ban. An embassy spokesman said they were preparing a statement for release later in the day. National Post. Tanveer Hussein was indicted in August 2017 by an Essex County grand jury for allegedly having inappropriate contact with a 12-year-old Saranac Lake girl earlier this year. Tanveer is pictured below surrounded by young teenagers at Saranac Middle School. Tanveer is pictured in center left with his arms around a young girl. The grand jury returned the indictment charging Tanveer Hussein with 1 count of first-degree sexual abuse and 2 counts of endangering the welfare of a child, a report in the Adirondack Daily Enterprise quoted a press release from Essex County District Attorney Christy Sprague as saying, "The reckless and irresponsible acts of Democrat legislators like Senator Chuck Schumer perfectly illustrates why Trump was right about demanding that we put additional vetting measures in place for immigrants." Hussein and team manager Abid Khan arrived February 23 in the bucolic Adirondack town, which had been following their visa ordeal and extended them a hero's welcome. Locals offered congratulations and free lodgings at an inn that in the snow looked like a fairy tale scene from a movie, Khan said in a Facebook post. The fairy tale was shattered Wednesday, when Hussein, 24, was arrested and charged with felony sexual abuse and child welfare endangerment, police said. The parents of the 12-year-old girl allegedly involved said the incident happened Monday, after the end of the three-day snowshoe competition, and reported it to local authorities. Chief Charles A. Pothas Jr. of the Saranac Lake Village Police Force said the girl was playing pool Monday afternoon with other young people at the inn where Hussein was staying. There was a moment when the two were alone, and that's when the incident occurred, Pothas said. The girl told police there was a passionate kiss and that Hussein touched her in an intimate area on top of her clothing. During their time in Saranac Lake, Hussein and his coach were honored with a special reception by the mayor and gave a talk about Kashmir at Saranac Lake Middle School, where students had waged a letter-writing campaign on their behalf. Pack your bags. Next year you are coming to Kashmir, Hussein told them, according to one of Khan's Facebook posts.